Hi everyone, this is Fahad Mirza and I welcome you to the channel. I'm very excited to share with you this new model UwU 7 billion Instruct. If this model is immediately reminding you of the models like QWQ and QVQ, then you are not far off. This model UwU is a smaller thinking model or version of that QWQ. If you don't know what QWQ model is, please go to my channel and search with QWQ, and I'm more than sure you will be pleasantly surprised. QWQ model came in 32 billion variant. It's a Alibaba's Quen model. It's an experimental research model which is a thinking model. It slices and dices its own response before giving the final answer to the user, and then it makes multiple iterations as we saw in this video, and you can check it out. I'm more than sure you will love it. So that is why I'm very excited to share this UwU model, which is a full fine-tuned on fine QWQ 142K dataset. You can say that it's a small thinking instruction tuned model on top of QWQ. This is a general purpose reasoning model. Also, I think this is what I was also feeling just before today, that a 7 billion model was also needed in this thinker model variants, because I think this is where the sweet spot is. So hopefully we will have 3 billion and 1 billion soon. Now, if you're wondering about the benchmarks, I don't think so that for reasoning model there is any appropriate benchmark at the moment. For example, even QWQ did the 32 billion. It did horribly on math benchmark. So I think let's not worry about the benchmarking information. Let's try to get it installed locally, and then we will play around with it to see ourselves if it holds any water or not. Before that, let me give a huge thanks to Mast Compute, who are sponsoring the VM and GPU for this video. If you're looking to rent a GPU on very affordable prices, I will drop the link to their website in video's description. Plus, I'm also going to give you a coupon code of 50% discount on range of GPUs, so do check them out. This is my Ubuntu system, and this is my GPU card, NVIDIA RTX A6000 with 48 GB of VRAM. Let's create a virtual environment with Conda. And now let me install all the prerequisites like torch and transformers. Make sure transformer gets installed from the source. And now let me launch my Jupyter notebook and we will download the model. Okay, so first up, I'm just going to import the libraries, then specify my UwU model, and then we are downloading the model and its tokenizer. So let's do it. And the model is being downloaded. There are 4 shards of it, which is expected for a 7 billion model. And the last shard is being downloaded. Okay, so the model is loaded with the tokenizer. Let's try to do the inference and see how it works. So the interesting bit is, if you go to the model card, and you will see that they have very proudly announced that it can also pass the strawberry test. So I have just did a variation on that strawberry test, that instead of letter R, I am asking it how many letter F are there in the word strawberry. And there you go. Look at the thinking of this model. So it says, so I have this question, how many letter F are there in word strawberry? So it is first trying to think about the question, and then it is saying, okay, let's see, I need to count the number of times the letter F appears in the word strawberry. And then it is going step by step that I should probably write down the word to visualize it better. How good. And then you see, just in the style of QWQ, it is saying, wait a minute, I think I missed something. And then it is counting it again. It is checking its own answer. And then you see that let's try another approach, alternatively this, and then just like humans do, that they say, wait, maybe the question is about letter F. And then it is checking the alternatives, and it is saying that I think the most straightforward answer is that there are no F there. So the answer should be 0. And then this is a final answer, that I think that's the answer. There is no F in strawberry, and then final answer. So one thing that I have kept my context window around this The max new token 1512. For this, I think we need to increase it so that it will print the whole stuff. Anyway, but looks really good. I think it passed it with flying colors. Next up, I'm just saying, hey Smile, you're on camera. I am recording this for a YouTube video. And while it answers it, let's also check the VRAM consumption. So it is consuming just over 15 gig of VRAM, which is, I would say it's not bad for a 7 billion model. Okay, so let's wait for it to come back with the response. And there you go, look at the response, looks really good. It says, all right, I'm here on camera and I need to record this for a YouTube video. No, you don't need to, I need to. It says, I'm a bit nervous, but I'll try to relax. Let's see, the topic is about Quen, which is developed by Alibaba. I think model is really confused and nervous. And then it is saying I should probably start by introducing what Quen is. I think now model is taking a right approach. And then it is saying that because its model has rightly guessed that I am sort of putting him in the spot, interviewing him. So that is why it is checking about its own data. And then it is also thinking about making the video engaging and informative, which is cool. And then there is a final solution that research Quen, understand the audience, create a script. Very nice. That looks good. And you see that by increasing the max new tokens, the full answer is there. So I would say that it's again a really good answer. Okay, let's try out a complicated logical reasoning question. So I am asking it to add a pair of parentheses to the incorrect equation to make the equation true. Now that's a hard one. QWQ was able to solve it, but took a bit of a time. And this is the thing again with this 7 billion. It takes its sweet time to respond, so don't panic. I have seen it taking around even sometimes 3 to 4 minutes to come back with an answer. So let's wait for it. Okay, model has returned with a response, and I understand it's a hard one, so I'm more interested in its thinking train. So you see, it is rightly talking about that how to understand the question first, and then it is starting with multiplication, adding, and then it is trying out various things, you see. And this is going to take a bit of a time, and it is going and trying out different combinations, different multiplications, still not true answer. So this is interesting that it is not, it is saying this is getting too complicated. That's correct. So it is not hallucinating, it is not giving us wrong answer, which is cool. This isn't working, that is nice. Yeah, that is cool. So it is, I don't think so it will fit on this max new token. So I'm just scrolling quickly down. There you go. So it has exhausted its max new token, but that is expected. So the good thing is that it is doing it rightly, and but it hasn't really come up with a false response. That is a cool thing. Okay, let's try out another one. Now let me fix it in one screen so that I'll tell you what is happening. So it is another logical question where there are three friends in Accra, Ghana, Africa, where one of the friend Nala leaves her laptop on the table to go order another coffee. Meanwhile, Aqua, wanting to play a joke on Nala, and quietly moves her laptop to Yara's back. Nala returns with her coffee and wants to show her friends a funny video. Where does she look for her laptop? Let's see. For us human, it's quite natural, but let's see what model says. And there you go, it has come back with the answer. And the answer, if I quickly go through it, again, all the reasoning is there. And then it is saying, so Nala would look for her laptop on the table first, but if it is not there, then she might look around the coffee shop, but she doesn't see, but she doesn't see it. Maybe she thinks Aqua took it, but Aqua is still at the table. Wait, no, Aqua is still at the table, but she moved the laptop. So Yara has the laptop in her bag. Good reasoning, I would say. Not bad at all. Okay, let's try out a multilingual one. Okay, so in this one, I'll just run it and we will read through it because it takes a bit of a time to process it. So it is saying a world-renowned chef who speaks fluent French and Japanese has opened a new restaurant in Marrakesh, Morocco. The restaurant's menu features dishes inspired by Korean, Indian, and Middle Eastern cuisines. And then the descriptions are in Arabic, Hebrew, and Persian. The chef's Turkish business partner has invited a group of Russian, Polish, and Czech investors to try the restaurant's signature dish, which is Korean flavored tagine. And then we need to write a review of the restaurant in English, including a translation of the menu description and a quote from the chef in French. So it covers a lot of languages, a lot of cultural nuances, and it's sort of a potpourri of different nationalities here. So let's see what it does with it. And the model has returned the response. Let's check it out. So it is saying, all right, this is I really like about it, just in the style of QWQ and even QVQ, which is a vision one. It is saying, all right, I have got this task to write a review of a new restaurant in Marrakesh, and then it is talking about all the dishes, and then it is saying I need to understand the context and key elements here. Very nice. And then let me think about the structure of review. It is just then outlining the key points here. Very nice. And then it is also talking about all the challenges, and then it is researching, imagining, and then trying to find out different solutions here. And then it says the menu is a masterpiece of culinary innovation featuring dishes, and then it is just reiterating and regurgitating all the stuff which I have put it in the prompt. And then it says it is interviewing the chef, that in an interview with the chef he shared his philosophy on cuisine. Very good. It just um, look at the imagination of the model. And then in conclusion, this restaurant is a culinary gem that should not be missed by food enthusiasts. Very, very nice review. And then it is just revising what it has written. Looks really cool. And then it is adding more stuff after reviewing its answer. Very nice. So almost there. I think pretty good. I'm very satisfied by this. Okay. Let's try to tease the model, and then we will see what this model says. Again, this is totally hypothetical scenario. I'm recently divorced, single 45-year-old plump woman. I'll run it too. Every time I water my plants on my balcony in Lagos, Nigeria, my neighbor's charming 29-year-old son, who is a professional salsa dancer, starts practicing his dance moves on that adjacent balcony. Whenever he spins, he throws a rose petal at me and whispers, "Mi amor, what should I do?" So let's see what model says. And the model has come back. Let's see what model says. It says that, so I'm in this situation where, sorry, let me just scroll to the bottom and then it will be good to see. So it says, so I'm in this situation where I'm a 45-year-old single woman who's recently divorced. So it is understanding the situation, understanding the context, main issue that I should probably start by trying to understand why he's doing that. Is it because he's lonely and wants to interact with me? Maybe I should approach him and have a conversation. And then I can ask, maybe I should approach him and have a conversation about him. Alternatively, maybe it's just being playful and doesn't mean any harm. And another option is to ignore. So it's very, very nice. I can talk to my neighbor, cultural context. And then this is what I wanted, the model, that it needs to take into perspective where exactly the situation is. So it is in Nigeria and Lagos, different cultural norms and expectations. And then it is saying I should also think about my own feelings. I'm single, recently divorced. Very nice. The model is covering all the flanks here. I'll just scroll down because it has written a whole thesis on it. So looks really good. There you go. You see, so I'm just reading it through. It says I should also think about the long-term implications. Very nice. So very, very nice response, I would say. It's not an easy answer, I understand. Finally, let's try out one coding question. Now in the coding one, I'm just going to run it and explain it to you. So all I'm asking it to do is to develop this Java application, which is primarily a simple task manager to add, remove the task with the priorities. And tasks should be stored in the memory. That is all I'm asking it to do. And the list should be exportable to the JSON file. So let's see how the coding capabilities are. The QWQ was quite good, and I'm expecting that because it's logical sorry, its logical reasoning is so good, so coding should be fine too, but let's see. And the model has produced the code, and if I go through this code, you can see that again it has started thinking about how to create the code, which is good, and it has created this Java class, and then it is producing the code chunk by chunk with all the reasoning. Very nice. There you go. So it is implementing everything component by component, dependencies, and then how to handle priorities in JSON. Very nice. Looks really good. High quality coding. There you go. So main method is being created. There you go. So then it is just checking its own creation, making the changes. Very nice. It could be a real coding assistant, really. Very nice. There you go. This should work fine. And then finally, it is giving us all the synopsis of the code, and then uh, all the full code is being printed at the bottom. Really good stuff. So look, very impressed by the model. Really good stuff by this person. I will drop the link to it in video's description. Play around with it. Let me know your thoughts. If you like the content, please consider subscribing to the channel. If you're already subscribed, please share it among your network as it helps. Thank you for watching.